Hey there Ninja, and hey everyone, Hunter Shadow here, and welcome back to Genshin Impact. Previously, I went through, not this event, but this one, although now I do have this one to worry about. However, we're gonna go ahead and see if I can finish off what I need to do. Oh well, I landed right on their table. Okay, let's see. Before you can engage, you must first deploy your defense lineup. While deploying them, you can select a formation and then deploy your defensive game pieces and installations onto selected positions. Once that is done, you can select your offensive lineup and then you can start PvP matching. Once you are successfully matched, the two sides will attack the opposing defensive lineup with their pieces. The side that makes a greater offensive progress within the time limit or hits 100% progress first will claim victory. During confrontation scenarios, trap devices deployed by both sides will be hidden. Use various means to predict the positions of your opponent's traps when you attack. Well, this will be interesting. Sure. Oh, hey there. Oh. Okay, I see now. Okay, well. Now for the offensive lineup, or the way I said offensive, uh, you, 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 you guys don't last for shit. I'll take the fat bird. Oh, well, it looks like I have no choice, I have to. Imagine that. Oh, hello. Okay, let's see how this goes over. Okay, we're doing my thing. Or, no, never mind, that isn't my thing. Oh great, I only have one of each. That's gonna suck. Jeez. You guys, since you're shitty, go make yourselves useful. Okay, well, at least they made themselves useful before they died. Okay. Oh, come on. Okay, the fat bird wasn't able to do anything. Well, fuck. Oh my... He's getting... Okay, well, he was getting stuck on the freaking... Oh, jeez. Yep, he's pretty much gonna beat me. Yep. Defeats will lower your star rating. Really? I didn't know that. Okay, I have to do this 5,000 times. Oh wait, they can be selected multiple times. Okay, well, thanks for stopping by, I guess. Can I just... okay. Oh, okay. So that does still count. Let's see what we got. Well, at least as soon as it loads. Okay, there it goes. Oh, right, the timer. Okay, no, the fat bird is not gonna survive. Yeah, they definitely did not last too long. Okay, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and send out the fat bird. Well, she's already beating me. So I guess it doesn't really matter, but, well. I'll just send him out there.
The wrong test subject.
Oh, it's a draw. Well, this isn't a defeat. Okay. Let's go ahead. At least I'm almost a quarter of the way there. Okay, no, not the fat bird.
Fry!
What if I send you in there? You're gonna get stopped. Yup. I shouldn't have expected less. At least it gives me the option to not have to stand there and look on in agony. Okay. Yeah, so I just have to make it to 5,000. Okay. I have no idea. Oh, jeez. didn't see where it was. Well, I mean, I know that I shouldn't be blaming it on that, but... Yup. Get out of there. Unfortunately, I do not end up getting a lot whenever I lose, obviously. Okay. Okay, well, it looks like the fat birds are probably not going to be able to do a whole lot in this case. But oh well, I'm sending them out anyway. Oh well, actually, they're kind of surviving. Okay, I stand corrected. They were almost surviving. And I guess now we just have to wait for this big lug to die. As cruel as it sounds. Like, seriously, just end the torture. That's one. Up 3,400. See. His name is Ether and mine is Lumine. Ironic. Okay.
Fry! 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 Fry!
Okay, yeah, that bird is not gonna last. Nope, he didn't last.
The wrong test subject. Fry!
Oh jeez, that was going pretty far.
Fry!
And at this point, just
Fry!
send you out there.
Picked the wrong test.
And of course he's
subject.
getting... Yeah, he got stuck on this stupid thing. At this point, I probably should just replace him. He was of no help whatsoever. Okay. Well, I'm almost there. Sure. Oh, it's the special outfit for hotel.
Fry!
Jeez.
Picked the wrong test subject.
Well. Yeah, the fat bird is the only one still alive. Although at this rate... that slime is not going to be going anywhere. Oh great, is it going to be another... No, never mind, it won't be a draw. Because I'm losing now. I think that's actually all I needed, though. So I will not have to do this again. Good. Okay. What unorthodox tactics? See something you like? Any textbook examples for your recruits? That's just how I roll. Really? I just did whatever. I couldn't pick a more accurate answer. Okay. No need to brag about it. Yeah, I'm not coming back. Yeah. And then, like I said, their hands are literally mittens. See? Mittens. And Lumine is just staring at the back of her head. And why are you just staring at the back of her head? Okay, that's 3 commissions down. Okay, so technically I would have had one more day, but yeah, the sooner I get this done, the better. Oh, okay, it's one of these. Each Chronicle of Shifting Stratagems challenge will have one theme character. You will have to form 2 different teams around this theme character. Oh, that's gonna be fun. You know, because I'm clearly an expert at team building. And complete 2 combat halves. The theme character will receive powerful buffs in the corresponding challenge. During the challenge, you score points by defeating opponents who will spawn endlessly within a time limit. When the challenge ends... Yeah, although this is probably one of the first times I've ever had it where it's like, oh, well, you're going to be making teams around, like, this one character. Usually it's something like you just make you make teams based on either the certain buffs that you get, or in some cases, like, trial characters that they make available to you. Something like that. And you're just beating a whole bunch of enemies trying to rack up as many points as you can. Like, they've put a lot of different spins on this sort of event. So that's why I'm kind of here like, oh great, like what are they going to have us do this time? As opposed to all the other times. Let's see, when the challenge ends, you will receive rewards based on your score. There will be recommended elemental types for either half of each challenge. You will gain bonus score. You will gain bonus score. Okay, that doesn't... That sentence just sounds weird, but okay. For defeating opponents in these challenges. Only if you put characters from the recommended elemental types in your party. Okay, so... I guess I'll just put that. Let's see, okay. So then we have Veresam and Shanyun. Oh. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, plunging attack, that should do it. Oh. Ah. Well, hopefully I don't regret this, or... Well... you know what? I keep forgetting about him. Like, I don't even know what his voice sounds like because by the time he came out, the voluntary work refusal was already starting. Oh, what do you know? Okay. Let's see. Oh. Farina and Rana Shogun, hey? I guess why not? Now, whether or not I am successful... Okay, so you can't double up. Now, obviously, I don't have Moeka, so I can't do that. Okay, well... I guess putting Arlecchino in there is going to be a bit of a dangerous game. Only because I won't have Zhongli or Citlali to protect her. Or... Okay, well... I guess I can just do that then. Just say, screw the recommended elemental types. Let's see, okay, overload. Oh, really? So you... Wow. So you seriously cannot... That's annoying. Huh. Unfortunately, Fire Traveler, I do not have her, like, bumped up all the way. So I don't think she would be very viable. I guess I'll put Yoimiya in there and just see where this gets me. Okay. After her plunging attack, crit damage, 45%.
It's my lucky day! How's this? There's more! There's more!
Too strong! Look out below! Hi! Yoo-hoo! Shine down! Wow, wow! Boot! Headbutt! Wow, wow! You're pretty tough! Make way for the Adeptus!
Okay.
Too strong! Oof! Headbutt!
Want a taste of my hammer?
Wow, wow! Oof! Kapow! Uplifted reprise!
Want a taste of my hammer?
Fire hazard! Hunt them down!
Want a taste of my hammer?
The antenna! Grant me strength! Charge! Lay to bear! Everlasting as the moon! Into the shadows. Careful where evil lurks. Shoot on sight. Here come the fireworks! Hurry up, Brassa!
Let's see. To get over 4,000 points. Wow. Please choose wisely. Okay, let me just see, out of curiosity. If I just go in here like this...
It's my lucky day!
There is no escape! Hurry up, Brassa! Hi! Skyward!
Oh, we're just juggling... Well, okay, well, we were juggling him in the air.
Hurry up, Brassa! Maximum power! It's justice o'clock! Time to shine! Torn to oblivion! Seize the skies! Inconsequential. Yoo-hoo! Shine down. Too strong. Hi. Wow, wow. Hi.
Okay, that, unfortunately... Yeah.
Let's roll. Heads up. Hi. Ow. Hi. Kapow. The fuse is lit. Loaded. Hunt them down. A festive reprise!
This is where you fall. Overruled.
You want to stand down! Charge!
Ready.
Fire hazard! Yeah! Hi!
Well, that definitely did not do much in terms of... Like, if I could have gotten 1,000 on both halves, then it would have made a difference. Well, I guess if it doesn't, I guess I'm just not even gonna worry about it. I'll just have to accept I can't get those then. Let's see. After triggers a burn. Okay, burning. So. Oh yeah, damn, I have not used Toma in years. Let me see, okay. So burgeoning. Oh, okay. Oh, hello. Well. Almost a full Archon team and then can each. Oh well. Okay. Let's see.
Extract! Nice and spicy!
Locked on.
Neutralized!
Transfixed. Everlasting as the moon.
Jeez.
Russian floral! Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
I got him cornered. Claim these souls.
To which none
Reconstitute.
Especially not when I'm in a bad mood. Measly insects!
Target acquired.
Eat this! A little ambiance.
Overruled. Witness my rise.
Okay.
I got him cornered.
Strike a pose!
Full throttle. Incinerate.
Take 'em there! Especially not when I'm in a bad mood. Measly insects!
Time to shine! This way for you,
Rise with the sun!
Well, at least that one went better. Let's see. After a skill phase, elemental skill hits an opponent. This opponent's all elemental resist will decrease. Okay. Let's see. Well, I can just use my own Farina. Or, let's see. Let's see. Frozen on an opponent. Icicles will continuously fall. All party members deal 40% more Hydro Cryo. Second half. Let's see. Frozen. A localized downpour. Additionally, all cryo party members. Okay. Huh. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh. No. Yeah, I'm not going to use my Skullfia. She's not ready yet. That was a close one. I will use my Grumpy Queen because I miss her. Oh, wait. Are you kidding me? Huh. It's because you can use Ayaka in the second half, and I'm like, great. Okay, fine then. I guess I'll have Seat Lolly in there. And then we can put my Ayaka down there. Followed by... You know, if Novalet doesn't work, I'll put Mualani instead. Let's see.
It's my lucky
Onto the
day.
freezer! Shower me with praise! Ha! Let me scry!
He's lolling! He's Papa! Get him!
Decided by destiny!
Let the world collide!
The pinnacle of excellence! A little amuse-bouche!
Strike a pose! Fulfill our pact! You two! Time to end them!
Fate is upon you! Shadows of fate!
Let my name echo in song!
Juice on the loose! A dash of frosting! Decided by destiny! Let me scry! Yoo-hoo!
Get to work! Suffer the wrath of Eastly! Let the world collide!
A little amuse-bouche! The pinnacle of excellence! Delve into destiny! Fate is upon you!
I knew I could trust Mona. Okay, so then...
Off to the freezer!
Silence!
Adaptive frosting! Whirling snow!
Be sanctified.
Torrent, bring refuge! A burst of flavor! Sakura swirl!
Your coming was foretold.
Hold the line! Bon appetit!
For the eternal oasis.
Oops, I shouldn't have done that.
Justice is
Well, congratulations, I've officially wasted that version of the attack. Okay, well. Let's see. After Yelan's elemental skull. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Hu Tao and Yelan. Let's see. After Vaporize, the Pyro and Hydro damage. Wait, really? Okay. Once again, don't have Moeka, so I don't know. Okay, next, Bloom Hyper Bloom. Let's see how this does.
Yeah. Quietly now.
Time for a light show! Coming at ya!
Busted. Things are about to get dicey.
Everlasting as the moon!
Quietly now.
Here come the fireworks! A proper send-off from the Spina with love.
Here comes the catch.
The fuse is lit! A festive reprise!
Game's up. Fun's over.
Fire! Well, with rock.
Here comes the catch.
Next.
Hey,
Illusion shattered!
surf's up!
Gotcha. Game's up. Fun's over.
Shine down!
Commit it to memory. Make yourselves at home.
Now you shall perish!
Let's shred, Sharky.
Quietly now.
Grow.
Illusion shattered!
Things are about to get dicey.
Let's ride. Amazing. I see everything.
Shine down! Inazuma shines eternal!
Here comes the catch. Busted.
Commit it to memory.
There is no escape!
Check this out. Best of luck. Carving waves. Surf's up. Grow.
Now you shall perish!
Gotcha. Game's up. Fun's over.
Okay. Bolt-borne Blitz. After Claren's normal attack hits an opponent, that's different. Her attack speed will be increased, electric damage increase. Okay, so we have Claren and Nahida. Huh. Well, unfortunately, my Tenari is nowhere near. Well, okay, well, he's kind of getting there, but I don't think so. Alright, so then in that case... Okay, so then we have Farina. Okay. Yeah, it is interesting. Although admittedly... Oh! Dang, I hate those. Although admittedly, sometimes you're kind of scrambling trying to figure out, okay, what the hell do I do? Alright. And maybe I'll go ahead and use Grumpy Fischl. It was her birthday not long ago.
Hey,
Illusion shattered! Into the shadows.
The process of elimination.
There is no escape! Inazuma shines eternal! Where evil lurks, shoot on sight!
I see everything. The Temple of Wisdom.
Hunt them down! Now you shall perish! Illusion shattered!
Scatter.
Commit it to memory.
Loaded! Shoot on sight!
Make yourselves a room! Grow, grow, grow!
Flicker. A process of elimination.
Turn to oblivion!
Well, so much for that one. Okay.
Shall we allow me! By royal decree!
Ready. Here! Hunt them down!
Time to shine! Wings of darkness! Come, sever night from day! Rest, rebuild!
Into the shadows. A sharpshooter.
Shadow Raven, let night fall! Let my name echo in song! Allow me!
Time to testify.
Following orders.
New punching.
Tch!
New punching bag.
Midnight Phantasmagoria! Time to shine!
Hunt them down. Ready. Shoot!
Strike a pose!
Evil looks. Shoot on sight.
Okay. Snow rending sun. Okay, so my weak is the star here. Okay, let's see. Elemental score, burst. Her attack will be increased. Okay. When there are at least one half pyro characters in the party, all crit rate. Okay, well. Oh, this person actually used Dea. Very interesting. Then again, well, part of me still doesn't quite understand how to use Dea, but I guess it is what it is. So what was it again? Jalonen. Mine, unfortunately, is not up to snuff yet. If you had Lolly and Jalonen, then you pretty much have a good support team for Mawika, but... Well, I have one of them. Okay, well, that's the case. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's why they have it set up this way. So that if you have them, you could put them in there to back her up. Okay. Triggers melt. Okay, so then... Maybe I'll just put Ayaka there. Alright.
Rest, rebuild!
Jeez.
Incinerate! Laid bare. Go on.
rise.
Allow me!
Try and stop me! Ah! Light of the blazing sun! Incinerate! Ah! Ha!
Let the mighty be humbled.
Rest and rebuild!
Everlasting as the moon! Rev the engine!
Oh my
Not bad.
goodness.
Pyroclastic surge!
The tides beckon.
Okay, well that wouldn't have done much against them anyway. Okay.
Fulfill our pact! Try and stop me! Yeah! Ha! Wrath from the sky! Incinerate! Ca-
Proper send-off!
Send this quickly.
Get to work!
Wobbly needs Papa! Get him!
Kami-Sato! Rev the engines! Light of the blazing sun!
Suffer the wrath of Eastly!
Full throttle! Wrath from the sky! Incinerate!
Watch out! Attack! That's the way. Coming at ya! Nuts!
Fulfill our pact! You two! Time to end!
Okay, I guess. That one's gonna bother me forever, but honestly, I am not gonna sacrifice my sanity. Okay, now I don't have to do my commissions anymore. And that only took me like about an hour. All that.
Ad Astra.
Okay,
Thank you for
thank you, robot.
Ad Astra.
Dispatch again. Oh, you... Well, I mean, I guess I still have 7 days to do it, but... Not like I want to torture myself more than I have to. Oh yeah, that thing.
Let's move out.
Okay, 631. And unfortunately, I don't have anything here, so I can't buy these. Useless. It's like, yes, I could go for Ayaka's signature weapon. But why would I, considering how much of a scam these banners are? Well, the weapon banners are already a scam as it is. Then you have these where, well, I've already given my 2 cents on these. And why I'm almost here, like, as much as I would want to go for some of these characters, there's really no point. Huh. Evil. Alright, and with hers, I need to complete Lenny's story quest. Babs. You know what, I guess just because. Let me actually try getting some of these out of the way. I don't think I'll be able to finish this one in one stream unless I push myself. But I already pushed myself enough on Honkai last time. Or Honkai Star Rail, rather. Not to be confused with the other Honkai that I don't play. Hi, I hope you don't mind. I'll be stealing your fruit.
I was trying to remember. What else did we put on our shopping list?
A new voice for you. Because screw you! You're fired! Yep, free at last! Free at last! Oh, thank you, Mihoyo, we're free at last! Or at least we will be until they officially announce who's going to be replacing Corinna Bedgar and when the hell the new voice lines will be going in. But it's like, yeah, I'm not the only one celebrating. A lot of people on the Genshin Impact subreddit are. And apparently even a bunch of the Chinese players are even celebrating with us. My eyes cannot wait to hear this new voice. But anyway, I don't know what the hell we put on our shopping list. My eyes did not see that.
Oh, what a mouth-watering smell. Paimon would know the aroma of biryani anywhere. Let's go get some.
That wasn't on our list, was it? No.
We can still add it to the list.
No, we can't.
Well, if it isn't the Traveler and Paimon. Wasn't expecting to see you here.
Oh, and Dunyarzad's with you.
Hello there. Oh, it's been quite a while.
I know. Unless, of course, we pretend the Sub-Zero's festival from this year did not happen, which... Yes, seriously, this work refusal thing has really ruined some of the experience.
So you two are still hanging out together. Dia, didn't you say last time that you were gonna head back to the desert?
And this is exactly why I know people ship her and Dunyarzad together. Because of what we see right here.
I said I was going to resign from being her bodyguard, not that our friendship was over. We're still the best of friends.
Although, according to some people, you're even more than friends.
The Homayanis also still post jobs from time to time. Their pay is always generous, so me and the other mercs never pass them up.
I told Dia to just stay at our place when she took one of those jobs a few days ago. My parents were delighted. They even said that it always felt like we were missing someone whenever Dia wasn't around.
That sounds like something they would say, all right. They're always so welcoming. Anyway, the job is already taken care of, so I was gonna head back to the brigade as soon as I finished a little shopping. But the master kept insisting, and I ended up staying for another day.
And then and then another day comes by, and then lo and behold, now you're here for who knows how long.
You can stay for as many days as you want, Dia. Father hasn't even gotten around to treating you to his best dishes yet.
Really? Then what has he been treating you to?
You know I'm not the kind of person to stay put in one place like that, my lady. Don't worry, though. There'll always be next time.
What? She said they'll treat you to the best dishes! I can't believe you can still refuse that!
Because you're a pig.
But wait. Didn't you say last time that you would take me on a trip to the desert? Why don't you just take me with you today, when you leave?
I wonder how that's gonna go.
There are so many places I still haven't visited yet.
Yes, there are, but I'm just gonna tell you right now, if you go to the desert, you're gonna be bored out of your mind and wish that you had never gone there. And I speak from experience.
I'm sorry, my lady, but no can do. There's still a few things I need to take care of back at the brigade. Besides, the desert hasn't exactly been the most peaceful place lately.
It's also not the most exciting place either.
Oh, come on. Not this again. That's also what you said last time and the time before that.
My eyes are not happy about being in a lover's quarrel.
I know, I'm sorry. Just give me some more time, and I promise I'll plan the best trip ever for you.
Are we going to Disneyland?
Alright, fine. To be perfectly honest, it's not that I wanted to go, it's more like... I feel like something is off about you lately.
Huh.
Ever since you first set foot on the estate a few days ago, you've been acting anxious and even paranoid.
That doesn't sound like her.
Have you been delaying our trip because you've run into some kind of trouble?
Is it the Mafia?
Nah, are you kidding? You're worrying too much.
Would you swear on that? Friends shouldn't lie to each other, you know. I wouldn't pry any further if you're willing to swear on what you just said.
My eyes are judging you, Dea. You shouldn't be lying to her.
But if something really is bothering you, then just tell me. You know I'll help you however I can.
And I guess in Dea's defense, that's probably why she hasn't told her, because she knows Dunyarzad's gonna probably go above and beyond to help her and possibly even put her in danger, and it's like, no way.
Oh, looks like Dunyarzad was onto something.
You're too perceptive, my lady. Seems I can't hide anything from you.
You also can't hide anything from my eyes.
I just thought that nothing good could come out of telling you about the messy happenings of mercenaries. Knowing too much only leads to more trouble. Mercenary life is a dog-eat-dog world where Mora reigns supreme. Everything operates on a completely different set of rules.
That doesn't change anything about what I just said, though. We're still friends, and I can only support you if I understand what's bothering you.
My lady, you're not gonna stop until you drag it out of me, are ya?
You don't know her very well at this point if you think that.
All right, I'll share what I know. Let's go somewhere else first. This isn't exactly the best place for a discussion.
Yes, we don't want to talk about stuff and have that guy running the stand over there hear everything.
Okay, let's talk here. Just try not to draw any extra attention.
You hear that, Paimon? So shut up.
As you may already know, the Eremites have both a lot of mercenaries and a complex organizational structure. Many mercs are no different than me, just going around looking for jobs to earn some mora. My brigade is called the Blazing Beasts. We're not a large group, but every member is loyal and brave. However, not all Eremite brigades are like mine. Some are willing to cross all kinds of lines for the sake of Mora. The most notorious is a faction known as Deshret's Relics.
The fact that they named themselves after King Deshret is already a little concerning, especially considering there were those who were obsessed with seeing him come back.
Deshret's relics? Judging from the name, they must really look up to...
That's right. The Red Baron. Or King Deshret, or Alhamar. I'm tempted to say this just because Paimon is just so stupid. Like, no shit, Sherlock.
Yep, you got it. I've heard that you've already crossed paths with Ain al-Akmar. They're one of the groups under the Relic's banner.
Oh wait, what am I saying? He was the guy who was... Yeah, okay, well. But still, my point still stands. She's here like, Deshret's relics? Wow, it sounds like they must really look up to... Yep, seriously, no shit, Sherlock.
Oh, you mean the group that tried to sell us the Divine Knowledge Capsule? Yeah, they weren't friendly at all.
Yeah, his name escaped me for a bit until I'm like, oh yeah, that's right.
Deshret's Relics is composed of many smaller brigades like Ain al-Akmar. The Relic's headquarters issues orders to all brigades under his control. On any other day, I would want nothing to do with them. Unfortunately, though, the brigade that's stirring up trouble now is none other than Dakan al-Akmar.
Dakan?
I think it means beard or something. Believe me, it's a really stupid name. I found it insufferable for years.
Beard. Why would you name your group something like that? Unless everyone in there has like some kind of thick beard or something, I don't know.
Anyway, the real issue is that Dakan al-Akmar is led by my father, Kusela.
Oh shit.
Say what now?
I think I'm starting to understand your anxiety now. But what did they do?
I won't go into details, my lady, but they've been involved in a lot of violent incidents. We're talking hundreds.
Hundreds?
Yep. The scenes tend to be quite gruesome, too. They strip the victims of all their valuables before murdering them.
So they're literally like a regular band of Vikings and Vandals, and hey there.
Not only have they targeted merchant caravans and ordinary citizens, but other mercenary brigades as well.
So nobody is safe.
That's beyond terrible. They won't even spare their own kind.
Look at how surprised my eyes are at hearing all this. Lumine is in such disbelief.
I don't know how Deshret's Relic sees it. All I do know is that Dakan al-Akmar has become more and more aggressive over the last few years.
It sounds that way.
If I don't do something about them, then even my brigade or the people of Aru village could become their next target.
Yeah, and I imagine Candace would not be able to fight all of them off.
I just wish I knew what's driven him to do this.
Money, probably. Okay, no, I don't know.
Yeah. How can your father do such terrible things?
Yes, my eyes cannot believe it.
I don't know. People change. He's always been pretty pathetic. But at least in the past, there were still a few lines that he wouldn't cross.
And now he's pretty much thrown all that away.
That's setting the bar pretty low.
I mean, if he was even remotely decent, then why would I have to leave the brigade and cut all ties with him? He was loud and foolish, with no real sense of purpose. Instead of doing anything useful, he spent most of his time drinking and chasing after women.
Damn.
Of course, the other brigade members were just like him. Their ruckus would go on night after night.
Okay, Lumine actually is showing emotion now instead of just standing there with that blank look on her face and the smile.
Sounds like a nightmare.
What about your mother? Did she ever step in to stop them?
I'm going to guess either her mother was powerless to do anything, or her mother is not here anymore. And okay, hold on. What did you send me? Okay. Where the hell did you get your Monica from? My good smile order is most likely never gonna come in. And I guess I also see that you're playing the... Oh, eBay. What a coincidence! That's where I got mine from! Because... yes! I'm sick of this. Yeah, I'm sick of... Oh, well... I'm not even going to say how much I spent on mine. So don't even ask me. Okay. Wait, what the hell? Oh, what a coincidence. No, and I already told you, do not ask me. What I was going to say is, the same time you asked me that, the same time you asked me that, someone commented on my post about the Monica being like, I'm jealous. It's like, well... I don't know anymore. You kind of got me off course. Oh well. I guess if it was important, I'll remember.
Unfortunately, I never knew my mother.
Dear Lord, it's worse than I thought.
I'm sorry, Dia. I didn't know.
It's all right, my lady. That's pretty common in mercenary circles. Didn't I mention that my father was chasing after women? I was the result of one of those encounters with some random person.
Huh. I don't like hearing her talk about herself like that, but... like I said, I don't remember anymore.
He told me that he wasn't sure who my mother was. And in any case, she never came to see me.
How the hell does that work?
He'd say, you'll be fine as long as you remember to stick with Dad. But even then, he left most of the parenting to the brigade. The one thing I do remember is that he used to tell me stories.
Well, like I said, don't rub it in.
But the problem was that he had terrible taste. He only knew a few stories, and even those tended to be pretty stale. They were tales of desert warriors defeating dragons in the forest, or stories of mercenaries rescuing princesses from rebel armies.
Okay.
Sounds like your typical fairy tales.
Then why is Lumine angry about that?
More or less, yeah. They were interesting maybe the first or second time around, but after about 20 repeats, they started to get a little dull. He seemed to think those stories were the best things ever, though. He was so into them that he'd call the whole brigade over and make them perform the whole thing as a play.
Oh my god. And I can only hope that the new Paimon will sound a lot better and not like a rat being grilled alive.
Even the toys he gave me would all be story props. I'd get helmets, shields, and toy swords.
Play with this!
It was only much later when I realized that the shows were more for him than they ever were for me.
Huh. Pretty much almost sounds like my father. Like, even some of the... Well, I think I've told some people this story, but like... Recently he... Or, okay, well not recently, but like before when I was still talking to him, he basically gave me a gift that was for the sole purpose of bragging about how good he was. Like, yeah, apparently. Like, well, obviously, my father wasn't exactly the kind of person to be out drinking a lot, but he definitely was chasing women. It's like, seriously. At least I can kind of understand where Dad's coming from, at least in some aspects. But at least I was thankful enough to know my mother, even though she passed away like 8 years ago. And she was probably the best parent I could have asked for.
What an interesting guy.
Yes, he almost sounds as interesting as my father. But it doesn't sound, like he had all bad intentions. That's probably because we haven't gotten to the rest of the story yet. Yeah, basically. And then I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll take this, and I still don't know where that stupid thing is. I have no idea. Like, I'm pretty sure it's in this house somewhere, but I have no idea where. And frankly, I honestly don't care where it could be. Because it's not like I'm ever going to be proudly displaying it and being like, yes, my father is a fantastic, great guy who did not tell me to abandon my dying mother when she needed me.
Yeah, I've always found him pretty childish. But that was something I could just shrug off. I had no reason to despise him.
But it sounds like you do now.
Until I grew up and learned the true face of Deshret's relics for myself.
You see, there we go.
Looting, blackmail, violence, and fraud. They not only accepted such heinous acts, they would even openly boast about them.
Jay's like, yeah, I stole like $7 million from this guy. Oh, really? Well, I found all these fancy watches and junk. Oh, well, you see, yesterday I found these pictures here, and I'm totally gonna use this against that guy. Who knows how much ransom money he'll give me?
No one in the brigade was any kind of hero. Instead, my father and his cronies were more like the bad guys that needed to be taken down. Did they really think that as long as they didn't do any of that stuff right in front of me, I would never know?
They must have been believers in the whole out of sight, out of mind thing. But that doesn't exactly work when people talk.
I think I can understand your feelings. The difference between perception and reality must have hit hard.
No kidding.
Yeah, but don't worry, my lady. It's all water under the bridge to me now. I had a huge argument with my father and left that place behind for good.
What last message? Uh. Let me just see. Let me actually answer a friend of mine here real quick. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what last message you're talking about. Yeah, like, no kidding. Having to grow up with somebody like that as your dad.
I'm not investigating them due to any bitter feelings I still have towards my father. I just want to protect those that are close to me.
Okay. You just want to find out why they suddenly started causing so much more trouble. And most likely to just make them stop doing all this crazy stuff.
Yeah. I told the boys to gather as much information as they could. Most of the reports concern violent incidents, but there's also some talk of smuggling.
Oh boy.
I see. But isn't this investigation incredibly dangerous?
It is, but every mercenary lives life on the edge. It's a lifestyle that I enjoy.
Living on the edge. Living in the fridge. Okay, no. Let me see here. Oh, that's what you meant. Yeah, I forgot to mention that I can't see comments so much like I used to. Like, it pops up on the screen, but then on my iPod it doesn't show the live chat anymore. But anyway, well, I'm still gonna keep my pre-order. I'm not gonna cancel it. But, yeah, I'm just gonna see what I can do with that. Okay, anyhow.
That may be true, but it'll be impossible for those who care about you not to worry.
Yeah, the irony being, she wants to protect those that she cares about, but then the people who care about her, well, they're gonna be worried about her.
Well, now you get why I didn't want to share any of this with you.
What should we do? They both have valid concerns.
I'll go back to the desert with Dea.
Huh? But there's no need for you to get caught up in this mess, too.
I mean, why not? Lumine is obviously not the kind of person who will turn her back on people. Right?
Well, she's super tough, so if she went into the desert with you, then Paimon bets the problem will be solved in no time.
I'm inclined to agree. I'd feel a lot more at ease if you took her along to help.
You can count on me. I'll do my best.
I'll wait for news from you in the city until then. Please, stay safe.
Yep, and it's like I said, I'm not gonna let Inazuma go. When she's there, like, literally listening to all these people begging her for help, and she's like, I just want to find my brother. I don't care what happens to you.
I'm honored that you care so much for me, my lady. All right, then let's get moving. Our first stop will be Caravan Rebot, where we can catch up a bit with my fellow mercs.
Part of me almost questions what they were thinking when writing the Inazuma story, versus how much better the Sumeru and Fontaine stories are. And her character's a little more consistent. Or at least what character she does have. You know, outside of the fact that all she does is just stand there and stare blankly into a person's eyes. Wait, did someone say about... I heard someone say something about getting to see Nilu. Where? Oh, actually, let's talk to Zunirzad.
Please be careful. I'll stay in the city and wait for news from you.
Okay.
Just don't do anything reckless, alright?
I make no promises. You see these eyes? I don't have 2 monitors. That's why I literally have the stream going on my iPod. Anyway, where was I? Do these eyes look like the eyes of someone who doesn't do reckless things? No. These are the eyes of a war criminal who's wanted in at least 5 different nations. Don't let the smile of permanent customer satisfaction fool you. These eyes will literally burn into your soul, and then you'll need 30 years of therapy just to get over it. No, that's not how it works. Like, I literally cannot see the live chat whatsoever.
Everyone hold hands.
I sure hope they'll be okay.
I see everything.
Why is the Academia buying so many rugs?
I don't know, maybe they just want to decorate the place. Why are you working over here, little girl?
It's pretty easy to make a living. So how come there are adults who don't have any money?
Well, it's a lot more complicated than you think, little boy.
Hey! I want to watch Nilu dance.
I want to watch Nilu dance too. Yep, the dog.
Where are we dancing today?
You're gonna be dancing in front of this lady who wants to see you dance.
When will I be able to see Nilu perform again?
You can see her perform if the game lets me. There you go. And that dog is just enjoying life.
When will I be able to see Nilu perform again?
Okay. I'm leaving this riveting conversation. Okay, well, alright. Well, it's hard for me to explain what I'm seeing. But, oh, whatever.
Hey, Dia, you're back. Are these 2 friends of yours?
Yes, this is a war criminal. It's a pleasure to meet you. I trust Dea with my life.
Likewise. There's no need to be so formal with us. We're a pretty casual crew.
Okay, that's good to know.
Anyway, since we've got newcomers, let me fill you in on what Dakan al-Ahmar's been up to lately.
Oh boy.
They've become extremely aggressive. Apparently, even their own now have become acceptable targets.
Damn, literally no one is safe. Not even themselves. Wasn't the Switch 2 supposed to be coming out in the summer? Oh, pfft. That's literally this week, then.
They even attack other relics brigades, just the same as any other mercenary brigade.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely not going to be able to get one on day 1. So this will be the first time in years that I have never been able to get a Nintendo console, like day one release. I've gotten the Wii, the Wii U, and the Switch, all on release day. Unfortunately, not this time.
Even the most ferocious beasts still protect their own. It sounds like they've thrown that straight to the wind.
Among the other things that they've just thrown straight to the wind.
That's right. Once they've collected enough loot off the other mercenaries, they sell it off to a different brigade, or turn to merchants on the black market.
The hell?
A portion of their profits is immediately exchanged for more food and weaponry to be used in their next violent operation.
And then the cycle repeats.
That's terrible!
Lumine's eyes cannot believe it. Look at how big they are. Oh yeah, and... yeah, Paimon's face, like... half of her face is her eyeballs. Jeez.
Yeah, and it really makes you wonder why they're so desperate for Mora.
No kidding.
A few days ago, Isham and I trailed them for a while, and even disguised ourselves as merchants to conduct trade with them. We were able to learn a few things from the exchange. Rather than saying they're out to plunder and hoard Mora, it'd probably be more accurate to say that they're experiencing an internal power struggle.
Oh boy.
Wait, a power struggle?
Yeah. Yeah, didn't... your dad is supposed to be in charge of them, so what gives?
You heard me right. The vast majority of their victims are mercenaries from the other brigades of Deshret's relics. If their only goal was Mora, they could have gone after anybody. The targeted nature of their attacks points to a power struggle between the different brigades within the relics. That's the only plausible explanation we have.
Oh, okay, so the different brigades, not within the one brigade itself.
Unfortunately, we weren't able to find out anything more specific. It seems they're also trying to keep things under wraps. Oh, one last thing we discovered was that over the past few years, as Dakan al-Ahmar became more and more active, Deshret's relics as a whole became a lot weaker.
They were able to cause so much damage? That somehow makes things even more confusing.
It sounds mighty strange to me too. Harun, you can leave the rest of the investigation to us. Gotta say though, I didn't expect you to go on a whole undercover mission during the few days I was gone. Sounds like you were really putting your necks on the line, no?
Nah, it was nothing. We're just as concerned about the situation as you are. The Khan al-Ahmar is your father's crew after all.
What he said. Besides, Dia, haven't you done more dangerous things than all of us combined? What we did is nothing compared to your experiences.
Okay, and who are you?
Yeah. And while they went to talk with Dakan al-Ahmar, I took a look at the last camp they attacked. Any survivors of the attack were already long gone. There was nothing of value left in the camp.
Ah, Hisham and Khalaf. You're here too.
Okay, so they have names.
We rushed over as soon as we saw you come into Caravan Ribat.
Really?
Although this new friend of yours looks a little green behind the ears, I'm sensing a special vibe from her.
This is a war criminal. In 5 nations. So watch your tongue.
Now that we know you'll have a capable partner with you, we can also rest easy.
Hey, what about Paimon? Feel anything special?
No. The only thing special about you is how annoying you are.
Oh, you're also planning to tag along with them?
Yes. The game unfortunately assigned her as my permanent travel companion, who also so happens to talk for me.
Of course! Paimon is the traveler's most important guide. Wherever she goes, Paimon will follow.
Unfortunately, that's true.
Oh. In that case, then you'd better take care of her too, Dia.
Don't underestimate Paimon!
No, please. Because literally, what can you do other than float, eat, and hurt people's ears whenever you cry or scream.
Don't worry about her. She may look tiny and helpless, but she's been through just as many battles as the Traveler here.
No, she hasn't. The only thing she's done is watch.
Even if she had only survived on sheer luck, then that alone would still make her quite formidable.
Oh great, now she's being smug.
I had no idea. I guess I shouldn't judge by appearances.
Yep. And especially don't judge on appearances with Lumine.
Oh, one other thing, Dia. When you're free, why don't you update the deputy about your upcoming schedule?
The deputy?
We held another recruitment event a few days ago, but everyone only came to see the Flame Main. You weren't around at the time, so people were pretty disappointed to only find our crew of rough, unkempt guys.
We want to see the hot chick. We don't care about you dirty men.
The deputy put a lot of effort into the event, but it was basically for nothing. Only a few people chose to stay, and that really got to him.
Yes, because there were no hot women there.
Sorry to hear that. I'll be sure to bring him some great liquor next time. I left in a hurry and I couldn't make it back in time for the event.
Gotta admit, I can understand their disappointment, though. You're our brigade's main selling point, after all.
For probably more reasons than you think.
Now, if only the deputy could figure out a way to bring a few more smoking hot members into our ranks.
Okay, he knows what I'm talking about. Hisham actually knows what I'm talking about. Like, I was saying all that stuff just thinking, yeah, that's not really what they mean, so I'm just gonna be stupid and say, like, yeah, this is why a lot of guys play the game, because we have a bunch of attractive women. But nope, he's already gonna say it for me.
Keep dreaming. Remember the last time I invited a couple gals into the brigade? You all just froze up with your mouths gaping like a bunch of scarecrows.
Well then.
The awkward silence and weird expressions left quite the impression on them. They were originally interested in joining us, but after that, they both told me they were too uncomfortable to stick around.
Yes, the game is somewhat self-aware. Although it's not as aware as Honkai Star Rail is. But yeah, I guess they were here like, yeah, we don't want to have to worry about a bunch of weird guys staring at us like that, so we're just gonna dip out.
Hey, didn't we agree to never bring that up again?
Apparently not.
Huh? Wait, are you serious? Why have I never heard about this?
What do you mean there were some hot babes here? Why did I get to meet them?
I don't think you were part of the brigade yet.
Oh, okay.
Are you kidding me? I missed a once-in-a-lifetime moment like that and you weren't even gonna tell me?
Well, I mean, if you weren't even part of the brigade yet, what difference would it have made? You still probably would have been here like, why did I miss it?
All right. We can tell you about it later. Now's not the time.
Hey, don't you try to change the subject. You and Hisham get your butts over here and tell me everything right now.
I want to hear all about the hot babes, and you're not going to get away from me. And Hisham's there like, oh my god, no, please. Let the torture end.
Are they always like this?
Possibly.
More or less. There aren't many rules or graces when it comes to mercenaries. We're used to just speaking our minds.
Well then.
If someone starts getting under your skin, you just yell right back at them. And if that doesn't put an end to it, then you just challenge them to a fight.
Lumine's eyes. As if her eyes couldn't get any bigger.
But we also don't tend to take many things too seriously. Being direct and getting it all out of your system as soon as things come up is better than keeping everything bottled up, never talking about it.
Look at those guys just running. And yeah, so far this is entertaining. We went from a sad story about her dad, and now we're watching basically the Three Stooges duking it out.
That's also why I never spare their feelings when I talk to them. If I want to laugh, I'll laugh. If I'm angry, then I'll unload on them. It's hard to stop once you get used to it. Though, I can never do that when I'm with the Homiyanis.
Lumine's eyes are having trouble keeping up.
Hey, knuckleheads! Can you at least tell me the rest of the intel before you go back to your bickering?
Yeah, you hear her, Holloff? Told you we gotta focus on the investigation first. I drew up a map. Right here is the spot. There you'll find the merchant caravan responsible for getting rid of Khan al-Akhmar's looted goods.
What?
All you gotta do is wait and ambush them in the evening. They'll have no idea what hit them.
Right. It is almost time for you. Okay, well now I have to actually pull this up on my phone. Okay, yeah, I'm not saying that. And besides, I love Monica's white dress.
Perfect. Thanks for that. Be sure to pass my regards to everyone else in the brigade as well.
Will do. You stay safe, Dia.
Alright. Oh wait, hold on.
Now, like I said, the two ladies Dia brought with her were also like super mercs. I'm talking same level as Flame Mane here. Oh, you should have seen it. The aura of the two of them when they were standing together, it was incredible. I was just at a loss for words, that's all.
They were smoking hot, and they could easily break you in half.
Oh, so pathetic.
Hey! Shut up!
Okay, Hishan doesn't say anything.
Admit it, you would have just frozen up like everyone else if you were there.
Okay, well, he doesn't say anything, but his mind definitely doesn't take a break.
Everyone hold hands.
Come on. You can only trash us like this because you weren't there.
I see everything.
How could I have missed a moment like that?
Because you weren't a member, that's why. Okay, let me see. Let me bring back Kokomi.
We'll need a strategy.
Oh, so we're going all the way over here. And what were you saying? Okay, I don't know what you're talking about now, but... Anyhow...
This should be the place. Let's find a spot to hide and bide our time. It's gonna come down to a fight one way or another, so let's all be careful.
No need to worry. She knows her way around a fight.
I'm not worried about that. What I meant is that we probably shouldn't go too hard on the enemy. After all, we still need to get information out of them.
Yeah, and you're getting there. I wouldn't say you're halfway done, but you're getting there.
Here they come. You ready?
In fact, I wouldn't even know where the halfway point of Fontaine's story would be exactly, but...
Let's not give them a chance to react and end this quickly.
Alright. Oh, we have Deo with us.
That's close enough. Oh, the jungle.
Look alive! Here!
I'll be back. You want this one?
Huh? You're the Flame Mane.
Good. That saves me an introduction. All right, time for a little talk. Are you buddies with Takana Lakmar now? Tell me, what are they after?
You know the code of being a mercenary just like everyone else. The first rule is to never divulge key information about our employer. What makes you think I'd talk?
That might have worked on an amateur, but I know you're just looking to protect your reputation. Think about it, though. What's your reputation worth if you won't have the other tools you need to succeed in this line of work? Tools like, I don't know, your limbs or eyes?
Jeez.
You've got 5 seconds. You might want to think twice about how much your employer's information is worth to you.
Whoa!
It's alright, Paimon. She knows what she's doing. So go to sleep.
I'm not joking around. We can do this the easy way or the painful way.
If not, then it will cost you your left arm.
2 seconds.
1, 2...
I'll save you the trouble.
What the...
Huh? Are you crazy?
What the hell is he doing?
He tried to bite off his own tongue. Quick, search the area for any first aid supplies.
Okay.
Definitely didn't expect him to go that far. Thankfully, the wound wasn't too deep, and he just passed out from the pain.
Is that even... Jeez.
But why would he be so extreme?
I just wanted to test his mettle. You can get a lot of mercenaries to talk just by threatening them. I didn't expect him to be willing to go through so much pain just to deny us some intel.
Apparently, he's one of a kind.
Well, he's out cold for now. We could wait for him to wake up, but maybe it's not a good idea to interrogate him any further. What should we do?
Let's shave him.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It'll be a waste of time to interrogate him again after that. He might just hurt himself again if we start asking. There are lots of goods around here. Let's search the area. Maybe we'll be able to find something.
But Shenhe has all the goods.
I'm really sorry.
Happy New Year, everybody. Well, I mean, they could remove his eyebrows, but he doesn't have the eyebrows that I hate. Sitar's not gravely injured, and will probably wake up soon. It should be okay to leave him here for a little while.
Hey!
Wow, even if we read his mind, he won't tell us anything. There's some weapons in the boxes, as well as a bunch of medicine and bandages. It seems like Dakun al-Hamar is really up to no good. That's no good. There are a lot of daily necessities like food and water in the boxes. Doesn't seem like there's anything noteworthy.
We found a piece of paper with a bunch of names on it. Maybe it's a record of something.
Let me take a look. If this really is a merchant caravan, they should have a record of their transactions. Yep. I see an entry for Dakana Lakmar right here. Kusela, Idrisi, Bashar, and Takriti. All familiar names. Dakana Lakmar has been trading for a hefty supply of food, weapons, and medicine. It seems that in the past, they used to receive some canned knowledge as well.
Huh. Haven't heard about canned knowledge in a while.
This caravan is just one link in their logistics chain. Once in the rainforest, the caravan will exchange the looted goods for Mora, and the funds will then be passed to a specific person.
Okay, hold on. Need to reply to someone who's helping us with one of our projects here. Oh yeah, definitely. In fact, I think some people, okay, I don't remember if it's in the game itself, but I think they refer to her as like a lioness.
That person will then pack the caravan full of necessary goods, which will then be brought right back to Dakana Lakmar.
Which definitely goes in hand with the nickname of the Flame Mane.
Wait, why is there no Mora value recorded for the final transaction?
Because the payment is done with human souls. Actually, I don't know.
No value?
Yes, just like you, Paimon.
Yeah. Every transaction before the last one was marked with an exact amount of Mora, but the final one, where they paid for everything to be brought back to the desert, was simply marked as delivered.
Just like Amazon. Maybe the Mora amounts just happen to cancel each other out.
Perhaps. But they couldn't have known how much they would make off selling the loot. Do they not care about profit margins at all?
It's not about the money. It's about sending a message.
Anyway, the next part's the records of the goods themselves. There are a lot of entries. Everything was probably sourced from the rainforest.
Okay.
Huh?
What?
What's wrong?
Shazamon Homayani?
Oh?
Homayani? You mean Dunyarzad's family?
Oh, great. Dunyarzad, your family's evil.
Could it just be another family with the same last name?
Yeah, I don't think it works that way in this world. How much of a common name is Homayani?
I'd be surprised to find someone with the exact same first and last name. Shazamon Homayani is Dunyarzad's father, and the head of the Homayani family.
Yeah, it's like the odds of that are just crazy. Although at one point, well, obviously I'm not going to say much, but there is another person in my hometown who has the exact same first and last name as me. And I only know that because of a science fair that took place in the city. So, even then, well, that's still pretty rare. Oh yeah, you want to know where I got these scars?
Just what the heck is going on here?
Calm down, Taya. Let's analyze the situation first.
I'm sorry. You're right. I'll consider what we found and not jump to conclusions just yet.
Okay, so Dunyarzad isn't a spawn of criminals.
But what this piece of paper confirms is that the Homiyani family has been providing goods to Dakan al-Akmar.
And that's no good.
What if the Homiyanis have been kept in the dark and don't know they've been trading with Dakan al-Akmar?
That's a possibility, but if that was the case, why is this caravan specifically named Shahzaman as their person of contact?
Oh.
They could have just as easily bought goods such as food and medicine directly from Caravan Ribat or Port Ormos.
If Shahzaman was actually aware of this, then perhaps he's been supplying the brigade's operations this entire time.
Yeah, funding violence and looting. The brigade gets the goods, and he is paid the proceeds from the sale of the loot.
Yeah, that's messed up.
But why would he do something like this? It's not like the Homiyanis are in need of money.
Yeah, that's like... Unless they're trying to become the frickin' Mafia, then, yeah, why?
I honestly have no idea. I've been to their estate many times, and I've never noticed anything suspicious. The only potentially large expenditure I could think of would be the treatment costs for Dunyarzad's Elazar. Maybe they borrowed a lot of Mora in the past?
Oh, great.
But that's still just a speculation. I don't think the Master would stoop so low to make Mora.
I don't think Dunyarzad knows anything about this either. And honestly, why would she? Especially if the father just, like, it's not relevant to her.
You're probably right. I know my lady's personality, and she wouldn't deliberately keep something like this from us.
But what should we do now? All we found is just another mystery.
If we want to get to the bottom of this, we won't be able to turn back. At this point, you've changed things forever. There's no going back. Yes, apparently I'm in a Heath Ledger kind of Joker mode.
If you ask me, we already have no choice but to confront her about this.
Although that's not going to be easy.
I'm not worried. It's too early to make a verdict yet. I still have faith in the Homiyanis. Let's go find my lady again. We'll tell her everything and see if she's willing to lend us her support.
I wonder how she's going to react to all this.
If we're lucky, we can not only figure out the mystery of this paper, but also follow the trail of breadcrumbs to the people responsible at Dakan al-Akmar.
Dia, are you sure this is the best decision? What if instead of getting the help we need, we just end up revealing everything we've discovered to the enemy?
Oh my god, Paimon's actually being smart.
I've considered that possibility. But even still, I want to tell her what we found. I think I owe her that much. True friendship is built on trust.
Yep, that it is.
She showed genuine concern for me when we first brought up the topic. I can't repay her kindness with doubt and suspicion. That's not how I deal with people.
You're right. Paimon wants to trust Dunyarzad too.
Like, honestly, I'm sure Dunyarzad's innocent in all this. The father's still the one who's, like, questionable. I hope we'll be of help to her.
Yeah. Let's pay another visit to Sumeru City.
He's still dead?
Everyone hold hands.
Okay, well. Oh, no, don't do that. It's like, yeah, I'm not gonna do my freaking commissions right now. And I don't have to at all. Okay, there she is. And she looks so sad.
We're back, my lady.
Oh, you're back a lot sooner than I expected. You mustn't have run into any trouble then. Well, how did it go? What did you come up with?
Your father might be a criminal.
Actually, we are still investigating. It's just that we've discovered something strange.
I see. The clues you found have led you back here, in the city?
Yes.
Something like that. Yeah.
You all look a little dispirited. Whatever you found must not have been very encouraging after all.
No, it isn't.
Why don't you discuss it with me? Maybe I'll be able to say something to cheer you up?
If you tell us that your father's not evil...
It's okay, my lady. It's not so much about me being upset with my father or anything like that. How should I put this?
Well, the way Lumine is just looking down looks kind of freaky. Like, yeah, I'm just here like, what is she staring at? You better not be staring at her. You know, given the game and MiHoYo in general, and just the fact that Candace, Nilou, Sparkle, all them exist, I honestly wouldn't be surprised.
So something is wrong. Even the Traveler and Paimon have been uncharacteristically quiet.
Dunyarzad, Lumine cannot talk, so she's always quiet.
On any other day, Paimon would have already waved to me with a smile and shouted, Dunyarzad, we're back!
And she would have hurt somebody's ears in the process. Yeah, this just looks so weird, the way she's just staring down all wide-eyed. And the only thing down there are Dunyarzad's... Yeah, she just stares, but in this case, it's almost like she's staring at Dunyarzad's feet. Which... Yeah, I'm just here like, why are you doing that? Like, what are you doing?
So tell me, what happened?
Aside from the fact that Lumine is interested in your feet for whatever reason, well, it's very, very confusing.
Well?
My lady, please prepare yourself for what we're going to tell you next. It concerns the Master.
Okay, at least now she's looking up at Dunyarzad's face, like a normal person.
The Master? You mean my father?
Yes.
Okay, I understand. Don't worry about me. I'll listen as attentively as I can.
And that's what happened.
My father has been supplying goods to Takan al-Akmar?
Yes, and unfortunately we have the receipts to prove it.
Yeah, it makes as little sense to us as it does to you.
Okay, how is she gonna react to this?
I've never doubted the Master's integrity, so I'm having a real hard time rationalizing how he could ever support an infamous brigade like them. Maybe he's not actually aware of the full story, and just stumbled into the deal by accident.
That feels unlikely, though.
I can't help but agree with the Traveler.
Okay, so it looks like she's not in denial. She's not being like, no, you're wrong, my father isn't that kind of man. So she's actually listening to us.
Huh? You mean you feel the same way, Dunyarzad?
Thank you for sharing all this information with me.
What are you going to do now, though?
Since you've told me everything you know, I should also tell you about some doubts that I've been harboring for quite a while.
Oh boy.
In the past, I thought that my father hired a bodyguard for me so that I wouldn't run away and get lost.
That was what we thought.
However, there are plenty of capable mercenaries in the Corps of 30. Why did my father go out of his way to hire Dia?
Because she's the best at what she does?
About that. Well, the Homayanis really needed bodyguards, so they reached out to the Blazing Beasts. Later, the Master told me that I was one of the best mercenaries he'd ever seen, and that I should stick around to become one of his bodyguards. He offered me a pile of Mora, so I just signed on.
Well, but that didn't really answer my question. Just think about it. Why did my father specifically reach out to the Blazing Beasts?
Well, one theory I can think of is he wanted to remove them from the equation. So basically just give them some busy work so that way nothing happens.
Maybe the Corps of 30 just didn't have anyone available, or maybe someone recommended us. I've never given it too much thought. I think I get what you're saying. You think none of this was a coincidence?
Yeah, like, it was all very deliberate.
Precisely. At first glance, nothing seems strange or out of place. But there are many parts of the story that don't actually make any sense.
Yeah, we have a lot of holes to fill.
If my father had always been in contact with Khan al-Akmar, then it would make sense for him to bring Dia into our house.
You mean the goal all along was to get Dia to be your bodyguard?
No, that's too much of a stretch. I cut all ties with my father a long time ago. He has no control over my life anymore.
But that still doesn't rule out the possibility that your father has still been trying to influence your life without you knowing.
Oh, so like... he's basically playing some kind of freaky 3D chess kind of thing. Like, he's still manipulating Dia's life behind the scenes.
So, the Master was not likely an innocent victim in all of this?
That's what things are looking at. Or, that's what things are looking like at this point.
Sorry we put all this on you so suddenly, Dunyarzad.
Yeah, it's a lot to take in, I imagine.
It's okay, Paimon. I should actually be thanking you.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm just kind of glad that she's not screaming at us like how we're wrong and that she hates us and whatever else.
Regardless of his reasons, if my father has truly been funding a violent group of mercenaries, then it's my duty to bring him back to reason.
Yep, what a twist.
But is that really the right thing to do?
We could just smack him upside the head and knock him out. And then we can violently shake him and yell at him to stop being evil.
My father has committed many atrocities and deserves all the punishment that he has coming to him. I have zero sympathy for him. You may call me an ungrateful child, but my feelings will remain the same.
To be fair, he was kind of a shitty father to you, so... in a sense, you have every right to be an ungrateful child to him.
However, the Homayani family has treated me with nothing but generosity and kindness. If we decide to investigate this further, we could end up implicating the entire Homayani family. I would be biting the hand that's fed me over all these years.
Dia.
It's alright, Dia. If anyone were to ask, you could always just say that I'm the one who instructed you to get to the bottom of this.
But then you're gonna take the fall.
You don't have to do that, my lady. I'm not conflicted because I'm afraid of taking responsibility. Besides, you're the one we should all be worried about right now.
Hey, it's still too early to give up hope. What was that thing about friendship again?
True friendship is built on trust. And that nothing can ever defeat the power of friendship.
Right, yeah, trust! You said that yourself, Dia. Besides, there's no point on getting all riled up before we've confirmed all the facts.
If your trust hasn't been misplaced, then he probably has many conflicting feelings as well.
Thank you, everyone. That makes a lot of sense. I guess I should always remember the trust that I've placed in people. In which case, my lady, could you ask the master to come out and have a chat with us?
Are we actually going to meet the dad? Okay, yeah, it's already a bit past, so... Well, I guess in any case, the VOD will be there for you. Have a good night then, Nunsha.
Sure thing. I also hope he'll be able to give us a logical explanation. Let's meet at the usual place then.
Where will that be? What? Yep, good night. Oh, okay, that's what you're talking about. And oh, I guess you're talking about that not Natsuki After Story mod. I don't even remember. Is it just called just Natsuki? I don't even remember.
Usual place? Ah, right.
Yeah, sorry, it's been like I don't know how many years at this point, so I don't remember. I don't remember what the usual place is anymore. Okay. Because, I mean, there was that Sayori one called Forever and Ever that has not been updated in years. And then the Yuri one that we don't talk about anymore. I know that some people have been trying to create, like, a new Yuri After Story, as well as a Sayori After Story, but I don't know how far those have gotten yet.
Why isn't it working? I don't get it.
Of course, making an After Story mod is kind of complicated in a sense. Like, one of my former mentors was trying to make an After Story mod of her own based on her, like, I guess you could say her mascot character, the same way Akane is like the mascot character for me. She had her own, and I did actually play it on the channel. And I was, at one point, like, the sole promoter of this game until, well... I'll just say things went south for us. And I do not talk to her anymore, and I cut all contact, hoping that she would never speak to me again. Oh, the bench! That's what you meant. Hello, robot.
Add Astro. Thank you for
Yeah, I still can't get these. Okay, that gives me 31. Oh, right. And at one point, I guess speaking of Akane, I did consider, like, what if we made an Akane After Story, but then I realized no one would ever want to play that, because, as someone so kindly put it, Akane is, quote-unquote, a stupid OC that nobody cares about. Even though, well, in Team Trader we do care about Akane, but then, well, I based Akane mostly on Darlene, who is someone that I loved, that passed away 3 years ago. So, in a sense, of course Akane is going to mean a lot to me. Otherwise, like, I would have been kind of curious to see, like, how that would work, like, if we could have done it, but then between the after story sort of mod process already being kind of complicated as it is, as opposed to just regular mods. What was I gonna say? Oh, and then just the fact that apparently no one's interested in her. I basically decided, like, yeah, the project would not be worth pursuing unless, for sure, there was a reason to pursue it. Nope, don't be inappropriate. Basically, what we probably would have done is I probably would have looked at like some of the topics between Monica After Story and the other mod that my former mentor created. Kind of look at those topics and maybe put like Akane's spin on things, as well as like topics specifically with her. Like, considering Akane does take qualities from both me and Darlene, for example, we probably would have Akane talk about, like, things related to anime and games. Like, of course, Darlene's favorite anime was Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, for example. So, like, we could have come up with topics specific to her. And then, I guess, she could also talk about, like, Team Trader mods as well. The idea that I was toying with was that the Akane who would be starring as, you know, the main Akane in this mod would have been who would eventually become Black Rose Akane, aka the one that you see at the start of, like, a lot of our more recent mods. You know, with the black dress and the red mask. Who's kind of self-aware. So essentially, it would be Black Rose Akane that you're talking to, except it's... well, except she's not wearing the dress and the whole getup. She's just dressed like herself. And we also kind of would have been able to explore exactly like who Black Rose Akane is. Because I have had like some ideas with like, yeah, what is her deal exactly? Who is she? Where does she come from? And how is it that she's able to be like a TV show host? But then, well, I never did get to explore that idea. So it's like, I kind of knew what I was thinking of doing, and then, like, we would have been able to explore Black Rose Akane's sort of origin. And then, likewise, like, yeah, we would have, like, her own sort of spin on certain topics that, like, either from Monica After Story that she would also be interested in. Otherwise, like, I'm not sure, like, what else we could have done. I know my former coder at the time did suggest, like, putting in different games. You know, like how you have the Not Uno with Monica, as well as Pong and Hangman, all those. Of course, he is no longer part of the team, so I have no idea how the heck we would do that. Yeah, essentially, the mod would be kind of just as a sort of way to allow people to get to know her better. So you'd be able to, well, yeah, exactly, get to hear her thoughts about certain topics and get to discuss different things with her that you couldn't with Monica or Natsuki. And overall just kind of see like what Akane's all about. But yeah, considering how that is how Akane as a character has been received by the general audience, and then just the fact that we were already here, like, yeah, how the heck would we even pull this off? I basically decided that, yeah, the project would not be worth pursuing. Look at what?
Things could go on like this. Am I trying too hard?
I mean, I did see that.
To survive hardship, you must prepare for hardship.
Oh, writing a dev commentary as Akane, well, I guess technically speaking, that wouldn't be so much dev commentary anymore. As much as it would be kind of like Akane's view as a character, either within the story or somebody outside looking at the story.
These parts are safe for sure.
Because, well, I mean, as it is, you have Black Rose Akane, who's the recurring TV show host. And then you have every different Akane who shows up in these mods. Like, you have the Akane in Carpe Diem Somnium, the Akane in Black Rain, the Akane in the Forlorn Heart trilogy. Yeah,
That publishing house has
guess.
produced numerous works that lay out military strategy in a simple and pragmatic way. Those are my favorite.
Although I'm just kind of here like, you sort of get that already in Shutter Time Rewind. At least when she's talking, or rather, when she's introducing the story, and then when she gives her final thoughts at the end with the ending. If you mean more so like, you know, at certain points in the story that you get to hear her thoughts on it, well, maybe.
Breathtaking.
No, you're breathtaking.
I don't get it.
Like, I mean, that's one possibility. But, well, I don't know. Either way, though, my hopes for, like, an Akane after story are kind of shelved indefinitely, just, you know. Like, even if people did want that mod, like, we would definitely need help in actually trying to figure out how the hell we're gonna put it together and make sure that it works. But when you consider the fact that there are people who would rather not. Oh, their stories. Well, I mean, I guess so. Oh, and well, I guess one other thing that I do remember, in that mod by my former mentor, she did have this sort of topic where you could ask the character what she thought of her. So, as her creator. And I was kind of here like, well, you can't watch those videos anymore, but I was even here like, I wonder, like, if you asked Akane, like, how she would respond, like, what does she think of Ardred Shadow? Or, I guess, you could also have, like, what does Akane think of Darlene, for example? Considering it's, like, you're asking her about both of the people that kind of influenced the way she is as a person. Although, I guess the explanation with Darlene would be kind of limited, only because, at least, I wouldn't go to... Well, that's where you'd be wrong. You clearly never played Carpe Diem Somnium or Akane's Birthday. She doesn't name drop Darlene, but she does hint that she does know about her. At least Black Rose Akane knows about her. And in fact, I think specifically it is in Akane's Birthday mod, where... Yep, well, get on it. And you see, this is exactly why it's like, as the lead writer and lead dev of Team Trader, it's like, I know these things. Unfortunately, people just do not seem too interested in my developer commentaries, so... yeah, not much I can do there. But yeah, at least Black Rose Akane does know, because like I said, Black Rose Akane is technically self-aware, and she does even know, like, certain things about the outside world, including how she was technically created. Of course, regular Akane does not, because, well, she's just a regular girl trying to live in a regular world. So Black Rose Akane would be sort of the exception to that. Ugh, my neck.
This realm... If you ever...
Wait, I haven't? Oh no, because the week reset. Okay, I was here like, wait, what the hell? And yeah, no. Also, then that means...
This realm...
Well, I'm not sure if you've played Forlorn Heart Chapter 1. I wouldn't be surprised if you have, or you haven't, because, like I said, it's not about any of the four main girls, so no one really cares, apparently, but she does talk a little bit about, like, the Akane of that mod, since she's the lead romance option in Forlorn Heart. So I guess, like, technically she has given a little bit of feedback on what she thinks of her sentient self. But of course, that was just a tiny bit related to one version of Akane.
If you ever...
So obviously, like, the way that she words it is that they all came from similar walks of life, and they have some of the same qualities mentally, physically, etc., but the differences lie in, like, their circumstances that have kind of shaped them. Oh, right. Okay, I'll take that. Wow, I need 35 of these. Really? Well, I guess I can do that. Considering how late it is, I don't think I will be able to really go through the rest of Dea's story right now. But, well, anyway. At least, like, I thought it would have been interesting if we could have been able to make the Akane After Story mod, but, well, like I said. Oh, yeah, it's like 3:44 with me. But, well, like I said, I just wouldn't be sure if it's, like, viable. That's number one, like, do people want to see this? Would anyone actually play this? And then number two being, how do we make this happen? Well, at least I would have been kind of tempted to see if it would be like a date sim, like, but then that would also be banking on the whole idea that people like Akane. Like, they like her enough to want to quote-unquote date her. Which, again, I literally have not seen anyone really express liking her as a character, let alone. Well, no, technically speaking, there was this guy on a live stream where the person was playing Yuri and Kodo, aka Doki Doki Black Rain, and when Monica, Akane, and Reiko were on screen, he said something to the effect of, where are all these hot anime babes coming from? Which, okay, apparently that's what he considers Akane, so sure. I'm like, did those guys drown? Well then. Yeah, they totally drowned. Otherwise, well, let me see. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not so much on good terms with the artist who created her anymore. But, well, we were both very proud of how she turned out. And especially considering the artist took my concept art of Akane and made her into the sprite that you get to see in the mods. And I was kind of... Well, the weird thing is that not too many people know about this, but, like, Akane physically takes inspiration from, like, 6 different anime girls. So, for example, like, her eye color, as well as, like, the little beauty mark she has on her chin, come from a character by the name of Daya Kurosawa. Even, like, that little piece of hair that sticks up on the top of her head, that came from the character of Ruri from Crush Crush. And then, well, like I said, at her personality, yeah, the Ahoge. Because Ruri, well, Ruri has one that's a lot more pronounced.
Let's move out.
Akane just has a tiny one. But, like, yeah, so the Ahoge and even her orange glasses, for example, come from Ruri. And because I was watching the SSS Gridman anime at the time, I named her after Akane Shinjo. Yeah, just take care of him. And then, of course, the obvious other thing being that at her personality, you have basically pieces of me and Darlene at her core. And I guess as silly as it sounds, that's one reason why... well, one of the reasons why I have her as not being, you know, available for public use is just because she means so much to me. And just the fact that essentially she's one of the ways that I remember the good person that Darlene was. So essentially it's like Akane's soul, so to say. Like, Darlene is kind of there in her soul. And it's also kind of one reason why I'm very careful about, well, how she's written, especially. And by that, I mean just the fact that no one outside of Team Trader should be able to use her. Now, where are all of them? Yeah, so at least, like, for anyone who does give Akane a chance, I honestly do think that she has an interesting story. Just, you know, so long as you're willing to listen to it. Did not know about that. Among Us. Oh, wait. Of course, it's not often that I, like, pop over there, anyway. Damn it, where are the rest of these things? Okay, not these.
I see everything.
I'll just take them anyway. So I guess in some ways it's a little sad in the sense that I honestly would have been happy if people were like a little more open, receptive to Akane as a character. But yeah, unfortunately, she isn't one of the main girls, so no one really cares. And I guess as far as OCs go, she's definitely not Koda Noah, who is one of the more famous OCs, as well as one of the ones that's been becoming real popular lately. Alright, fine.
If you're not sure what to do next, how about I take you on a walk?
Well, I mean, technically that's because Mio does have, like, her own terms of usage. And ironically, a lot of people do not even pay attention to these character notes. And I think I mentioned to you how it's like, I do try to pay attention to these character notes, and that's why I've tried to write her as close to this as possible, as opposed to other creators that just either pretend these don't exist or don't even bother with it. So, I mean, as far as why that is, I don't know, but I would say at least it's good on the dialogue generator for making it known, like, yeah, hey, these are the terms of use for Mio and what you're supposed to do. Or how you're supposed to use her. At least as outlined by Yagamirai. Although, as far as I'm aware, I don't think she's really in the community anymore. So, Not much I can say there. Okay, screw it. I'm just gonna go to this other one. But then I guess that's just me as a creator myself. I guess kind of the way I see it is, like, if I were, hypothetically, to give permission to somebody to use Akane, like, I would like for them to follow my notes on her. And stay true to, well, at least how I envisioned her as a character. And not do anything that I'd be unhappy with or don't find appropriate. So it's like, with that in mind, that's kind of why I do my best to follow those notes. Like, even if the creator themselves isn't exactly around anymore, like, I still try to be respectful in that regard. But yeah, a lot of people just do not seem to really pay too much attention to Mio's character notes. Yes, exactly. We definitely wouldn't want a situation like that that is completely not like her at all. Definitely not. Yeah, I don't even know. Okay, now I don't have them all, but 27. Yeah, I mean, why can I not find all of these things? That's like, oh yeah, definitely. Since Mio is not meant to be written that way, that is exactly why I wanted to make sure that, well, that I knew how she was supposed to be written. Yeah, I wonder what that would be like. Like, at least, I imagine if you did have character notes for them, it would definitely help with writing them a lot better. Especially since, at least in a lot of mods, like, certain things are kind of looked at as fanon, and not exactly... Well, it's not exactly like how the characters are in the game itself. Like, for example, how certain mods have Natsuki cursing like a sailor. I mean, she does curse, but not so much to that point. Is there anything up here? Man, looking for these things are annoying. I mean, I guess it can go either way, but at least when I write her, I try not to have her be like so overly aggressive and cursing so much.
Prepare yourself!
Everyone hold hands. Hold the line.
Clench your teeth!
Round him up! How dare you! Get to work!
Okay, well, finally.
Not bad. It's all yours.
Oh, great. Okay. I guess like some sort of LED thing. I mean, that is possible. Although, of course, with collectibles like that, yeah, I'm not usually one to try to do any sort of customizing. Like, even though, like, I'll customize Transformers or Lego parts, but high-end things like that, definitely not. Like, even if it isn't a permanent thing, I'd still be here like, yeah, no, I'm not messing with it. Can I get on top of you? No, I can't. Maybe, although you don't want to ruin the base either. Like, never mind unscrewing things. That's just me. Wow, I just need 5 more. Oh, and there's one beneath you.
Take me up!
Yeesh. Was that a cow? Well, because I have no choice, I'm gonna have to slaughter all these guys.
Let's finish this fast!
Gotcha!
Rest and rebuild! Show no mercy! Lolline, eat Papa! Get him! Coming at ya! Hey there!
Let's finish this next time.
Okay, that was weird.
Rise like smoke!
Man, seriously? I mean, kind of. Either way, I'm just here like... I pretty much protect these, like, a lot. Oh. Oh my god, they were over here the whole time. But then, like I said, that's kind of always been me in a nutshell. Okay, where the hell is it? Oh, oh well. Okay, can I make it? There, I got it. true. Although you'd also have to make sure that the custom base does not ruin the figurine itself. And that kind of opens like another can of worms there. Oh, man, all the way over here. Heading the wrong way. Okay, finally. Almost there. So close, but so far. Alright, I still haven't gotten that yet.
I do love...
Okay, oh, I can make 2 useless wishes. Okay, maybe not useless. I don't know how many of those I have. Okay, this one might be useless. Yep, useless.
The Rosula's logo? It was designed by my mother.
Oh, I have a ton of these. What am I saying? Oh well. I have a ton of these, and yet I've never seen a lot of people recommend using these. Energy recharge. All right. Because he's here for you, ladies. Oh, I can... Really? Okay.
Have you noticed how it's shaped like a heart?
Well. Oh. Jeez. Lizard. Oh, okay, I don't know what that was. That's still not all of them. Oh, here we go. Okay, good, they're running away. Nope, the little ones aren't. What do you mean that's not all of them? I'm not touching that. But I will mark it as a place of interest. Weird bubble. Oh wait. Great, the little ones are still trying to kill me. Okay, thank you. Finally. Okay. $151. Oh wait. No, that's still not enough. Oh, these. Oh, these are on Etsy. I mean, sure, those could work. Although I don't know how you actually turn those on. I know there's some LEDs where you can turn them on with a magnet. Like some of these model kits with YOLO Park. Like, those work. But then one time I bought this custom-made, like, fusion cannon for a Megatron, and the thing just... I couldn't get it to work. Oh, there's a switch on it. Okay. Then, I guess... that's that. Problem solved. Wait, what happened? Yeah, I don't have to do these anymore.
I really want to go traveling. I don't mind where we go, as long as I have my friends with me.
God, I can't listen to that line without thinking of this stupid video someone did of, like, unnecessary censorship with Navia's lines. It's like, Navia, you cochina. Well, I mean, obviously, I know she's not, but it's like... you censor a few words and all of a sudden it's like, yeah. I would be so happy if they did make a Figma Monica. I have no idea if they would do that, though. I know there's a guy that made his own custom one. And, like, I even spoke with him a bit. But eventually we both kind of agreed that what Good Smile is thinking most of the time with the Doki Doki Literature Club license, yeah, it's questionable. Like, why the hell haven't they rerun, like, the Nendroids for them? Especially given that there is a lot of demand for them. Or the Pop-Up Parade figurines. Or the fact that we still don't have anything for Yuri or Natsuki in the Papa Parade line. It's just Monica Sayori and then Monica in her beautiful white dress. Or the fact that the chibi plushes continue to be expensive and rare, or those posters have never been put up. And yeah, I did see those, although the prices for them I'm not too happy with. I'm just kind of waiting to see, like, are they going to adjust the prices anytime soon, or what? I know there's a lot of collectors out there saying that there's a chance that some of these companies will not, despite recent events changing. But who knows? Can't believe I forgot to get those. Oh, there it is.
My time with the
Oh,
Spina
wait. That actually gives me enough. I only have one Primo Gem now. Okay, so there's 15 days left with these. Likewise, 15 days with these, but these are all just a scam. Well, not necessarily. I mean, the white dress Papa Parade Monica could serve as a basis, but there's still the matter of being able to create the molding for each individual piece, and then you still have to consider the assembly, the painting, the packaging that usually takes place in some of these factories. So Uh, like, I mean, obviously they could still use, like, the same material for it. And, I mean, like, yeah, they literally have the basis for it as well. But, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what they're thinking. Because it's like, you know that there's demand for these things out there. But for whatever reason, they just have, like, these very short runs of these products, and then, like, they're just gone. Like, they could literally keep making money off this stuff, and instead they're just leaving money on the table, and all these sellers that resell these things at like $500-600 are profiting from it. And then, well, at least in like the Figma subreddit, there is like some desire for a Figma Monica. Like I was mentioning, talking to that guy that made his own custom. But I mean, we kind of both came to the conclusion that unless there's someone out there at Good Smile that does see it as like a viable investment or whatever, they probably won't do it. If anything, I feel like we would see a Nendroid doll of Monica before we would see a Figma. I made my own custom Nendroid doll for Monica, but I would buy an official one in a heartbeat. Of course, my Nendroid doll Monica isn't anything complicated, but, like, of course, I don't have the uniform for her. That would be, like, the one thing keeping it from being... Yes, there is a Nendroid Monica, but number one, you can't get that anymore. Number two, just look up Nendroid dolls. You'll see. I'm tired of trying to explain things. Because then again, I'm a collector of a lot of Good Smile products, so I know a lot of those things inside and out. So, whatever. Well, considering... I don't even know if I have a picture of her on here. Well, technically, yes, I do. Well, the doll, anyway. Yeah, you see, like, there's a lot of money to be made, at least with them. in that regard. Okay, well, here is everything. An example of two Nendroid dolls, a comparison of a Nendroid versus a Nendroid doll body, and then my custom Monica doll. I just bought a second Monica and basically upgraded her, while my original Nendroid Monica gets to remain as she is. At one point well, I don't know if I have those pictures on here now, but I did have something like comparing them all, or comparing them. Yeah, but anyway. Yeah, so, like, at least for them, there's a lot of money to be made in making, well, yeah, some of those Figmas for Tears of the Kingdom and re-releasing the ones related to Metroid Other M. Because those sell. They're, to this day, I know there is a lot of demand for, like, well, both versions of Samus. Like, I wish I could own them, but I can't. At least not right now. But, like, you see, though, if you look at it this way, there's not a lot of remolding to be done to make a Nendroid doll of Monica. Like, all you'd have to do is literally just take the head as it is, and then design the outfit, and then there. Just give it the doll body, give it the outfit, stick the Monica head on there, and yeah. And yeah, you see, like, there's money to be made, and it's kind of like I said, it's money they're leaving on the table by not having these readily available. Granted, the Metroid-related ones are a little older, so that much I can understand. But, like, the Monica Nendroid came out in 2022, and for the most part, like, there are some places you can still get her, but otherwise she's not as plentiful. Natsuki, on the other hand, that is a fucking nightmare. She only came out in 2023, and she had, like, a super short run, and that's probably why she's one of the most expensive out of all of them. And then, of course, followed by Yuri and Sayori. Okay, yeah, unfortunately I do not have... Huh. Well, it's weird that I have the pictures of, like, the four of them together, but... I did take some pictures of the four of them and the Monica doll, just demonstrating, like, the height difference. Hmm. I don't know, my camera... Or what am I trying to say? Mm. I haven't seen them yet. Okay. Sayori and Yuri, I got them in May of 2024, so technically they only came out a year ago, and you still cannot get them though. Yeah, that is... I was trying to remember when the heck did I get them? Well, I guess there's my answer. Now I'm trying to remember when the heck did I get the Nendroid doll? Or, well, when did I make the Nendroid doll? Technically. I saved the original pictures of the Good Smile. The pop-up parade for White Dress Monica on here. Yeah, I give up. Yeah, there they are. Oh, okay, I see. That's her. Yeah, I will say I definitely like the Prime version of her over the other M. Then again, I could be biased as well. Well, I guess they're not exactly the subject, but I guess this is the closest thing I have to where I can technically prove that I'm not joking about the whole Nendroid doll thing. And the fact that I do have both of them coexisting. All 5 of them are in that picture. They're not the subject of the picture, but yeah. Ah, I see. I mean, it would be smart of them to cash in when Prime 4 comes out. I'd be curious to see, like, well, I don't know how the Figma Samus works, so I don't know, like, how you can swap them out. Those arm cannons. Like, I mean, I know you can obviously swap out some parts between them. And that's usually been kind of like with the heads or the hands. In some cases, like pieces of the torso, so.
That carrying an unreliable weapon is worse than not carrying one at all.
Okay, since it's almost 5 a.m. for me, I probably should call it there. Oop. Yeah, so unless I try, or unless I'm really desperate for more Primo Gems, then I probably will consider that event concluded. So yeah, I'm here like, I don't know unless there's something I'm missing with that. Oh, let me see. Nope, stop being inappropriate. Okay. Huh. So then you literally can pop the arm cannon off. Okay. And you just have to have it be, or have the attachments be like so many millimeters wide so that it can fit onto the joint. Okay, so yeah, because I was here wondering, like, yeah, how would that work? Like, if the arm cannon is like its own piece and not, or well, Like, basically just, yeah, how would it have worked?
Is the ability to not get lost some sort of talent?
But okay. Okay, got that. Alright, then let's see. So I guess next time, I don't know. Unless they throw another event my way, maybe I'll see about continuing Dea's story. I'm still trying to put off continuing the Archon quest as much as possible. Because I want to wait until Erica Harlacher's back in the game, damn it. And it's like, if anything, she deserves a ton of support for everything she's had to go through. So at the very least, like, oh, I guess I'll see. Yeah, so next time, yeah, either another event or I guess another session of trying to get story quests done. And specifically maybe getting to hopefully finish Dea's story quest. But anyway. So, thank you all for watching. And I'll see you guys next time with what else I do. Later, folks.